All right, y'all, we are headed out here into the house and we've got everything set for our day. All I have to do is vacuum, and I spent some time with the Lord. I love sitting out there on that deck. We've got the house awakened. We've got our jazz playing. I just need to vacuum. But before I do that, I'm going to turn my thingy thing on. Let's go for a general clean for 2 hours. All right, so that's good because I'm going to be doing some cooking. And let's get into this kitchen and see what we got going on. First things first, and I'm going to turn this on. We've got my 2 birthday cakes that I'm going to make. And I've got all of my old recipes for how I want to bake these 2 cakes. One is going to be a original old-fashioned, let me lower this down, classic 7-Up pound cake. And I figured out a plan. And that plan is, let's see, is it on here? Nope. All right, so the plan is, yeah, the plan is on here, guys. So this is my B-Day plan. I'm going to wear my jeans with my peasant blouse if the weather is allowing. I know that's so stupid, but that was what I wrote down. I was just brainstorming. Value Village, Waterfront, Dollar Tree. Come home, refresh, and then go out that evening at Double T. And then when I come back, after I've had a full stomach where I've eaten fats and proteins, I will have the cake eating and then do a 15-minute walk for a paper thin slice. So I don't want to jump out of ketosis. I really don't. Not even for a day, but I'm willing to if I have to. So I figured a paper thin slice and put it on my scale will tell me how many carbs I'm going to be eating. And the maximum carbs that I want to eat for this slice of cake is 20. That whole cake, the whole slice of cake, I don't want it to be over 20 carbs because I want to eat a salad for dinner, and there's going to be carbs. There may be some carbs in the crab meat. I don't know. It's supposed to be stuffed shrimp with lump crab meat. So hopefully there won't be carbs in that. So the max carbs for my birthday is going to be 25 to 30 max carbs. For me, that's pushing it. But I need to make room for this. And I've been preparing my body all week, not only for a weigh-in and a doctor's visit, but for my birthday. Keeping the carbs extra clean, extra low, and staying away from starches. Even if it's the 0 net carb and all that, it's so far so good. So here is the stuff for the homemade cake, all of the ingredients. And then here is the Duncan Hines Poison keto-friendly cake, which is 4 net carbs per serving. I would like to eat 8 net carbs per, so that's 2 servings of birthday cake. And I'm going to make it, even though this is already mixed, it's, flour and all that stuff, I am going to make some changes to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 7-Up. When I beat in the egg, I'm going to beat in 1 egg at a time, alternating between the egg, the extract, and this when I do it in here. Okay? And then I'm going to put the glaze on top. I'm going to see what would a 7-Up keto pound cake really taste like from this Duncan Hines, which means that it's not going to have the right flour. And then we're going to do the way it's supposed to be done, but instead of the flour, the sugar and the flour, everything is being, we're using all-purpose flour And I think I got enough. I think this is 3 cups. I'm hoping that this is 3 cups. Yeah, that's got to be 3 cups. Let's see. This has got to be 3 cups. Yeah, because it says serving size 30. Yeah, so we're good. All right, so we got my gold medal. We've got some Truvia, and we've got this. We've got a bunch of sugar. I'm going to actually put this in here. So we've got tons of sugar, and this is the baking pan loaf that I'm going to use. These are just some old notes. So I'm going to take you guys with me to bake my birthday cakes, and then they will be refrigerated, because the longer that they sit, the more flavorful they're going to be. So when I'm ready to eat them, they will be more flavorful. And I want my cake to be cold. I really do. Some people like their cake when it comes right out the oven, like it's chocolate chip cookies. I am the very opposite. I don't like it when it first comes out of the oven. It's too hot. It's too gooey. I like my chocolate chips not when they first come out of the oven. Think of Aldi. Think of Walmart. Those big bakery cookies. They're not fresh out of the oven, but they are so chewy and so soft, you know. So that's what that is. So we're going to work on that. And then the next thing, but first, before I work on the cake, I got to make sure that I get dinner done. So let's smooth you on over here. So we've got our ground beef for the spaghetti. And I'm going to chop this up really, really fine, like this. You know what I mean? And I'm going to add in diced onions and diced peppers, because that's the way he likes it. So we've already got the noodles. The spaghetti noodles are done. They're nice and soft. If I was making this for myself, they would be cooking in oil. They would be cooking in avocado oil. And when you do that, and then you strain it just to get, you know, and wash it and strain it. But if you cook it in a little bit of avocado oil, it just gives the noodles that extra flavor. But I'm not going through all that. He doesn't need all that. He doesn't care about all of that. That's just me, you know, wanting that little extra gourmet flavor. That's how I would make my spaghetti. But I don't need spaghetti anymore. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to season up this ground beef, and we are going to use this Better Goods avocado, and we're going to use some, we're going to use what he likes. We're going to use this, and we're going to use steak seasoning, not the burger grill. We're going to use those 3, and smoked paprika, if I can find it. There's the cinnamon. Okay. And here is the smoked paprika. Okay. So that's going to go, and we're going to mix all of that up together and put it in the frying pan. But hold on, because I got to get some other things together, and then I will be right back. So don't go anywhere. All right, y'all. The first thing I'm going to add in here is the paprika. And now if this was for me, okay, not only would there be smoked paprika, but there would be crushed red pepper. That is just my thing. I love a little kick. So I don't like a lot of garlic. I don't like the smell of garlic. But like I said, y'all, this is not for me. All right, now we're going to add this steak seasoning. And honestly, it's really not steak seasoning. It's really Italian seasoning. It's some concoction that I made. Oh, all right. Okay, so I'm going to just mix that in there real good. And no, I didn't marinate this or none of that stuff. So I'm going to open this up. I marinate sometimes, but not all the time. Oops, that was a little bit too much. All right. So we're done with that. And I'm just going to mix this in real good. Now, if I let this sit in the refrigerator for a few hours, it would be really good. But we don't have a few hours. Because this was supposed to be made last night and be ready to eat tonight. And I conked out yesterday, y'all. I really did. I conked out. I went to bed early. And I mean, I needed to go to bed early because I have a doctor's appointment and, you know, I'm planning things out. But at the same time, I still intended to get this meat seasoned and stuff. But I did do this last night, so this is definitely done. He likes his noodles like super soft. So I'm going to drain these in the strainer, wash them, and then we're going to put the meat on the stove. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is all strained and washed and cleaned and everything is great. So I'm going to move you guys slowly over here. And we've got this meat cooking. And the seasoning is thoroughly inside of there. So I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to sprinkle in these tiny diced onions. And these tiny diced green peppers. And see, it's not a lot because this is how he likes it. I can make spaghetti and meatballs. I can put the balls in there, you know, or I can ground up some ground beef, or I can put sausage. I have a friend of mine. Well, not really a friend of mine, but, you know. I know a guy who, this lady's husband that we used to hang out with a long time ago. Her husband, when she said she hated her husband's spaghetti, and we were like, well, why? What's wrong with your husband's spaghetti? He puts Italian sausage, ground beef, bacon in his spaghetti, green peppers and onions, and sometimes mushrooms, and she's just like, he just overloads it. And I was like, oh, I get it. I understand. Yeah. But yeah, that would be too much for me too. And he puts tons and tons of spaghetti sauce. Every single bite has to equal the same. All right, so we're going to just let that cook for a bit. All right, so I want to sit here and just let this kind of cook a little bit. But I do want to watch it. So, yeah. I guess I should start working on my cake, but it's no rush. Once I'm done with the spaghetti, then I will work on the cake. So I'm going to let this cook for a little bit, and then we'll see. I need to eat, and I need to take my my supplements, and I need to take my hormones. So while I do that, and then I'll get me something to eat, and we'll get that going. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are still cooking. I am back, but as you can see, this ground beef is almost done. And again, if you do not make your spaghetti this way, I understand it. I get it. But like I said, I'm making this for my husband. This is how he likes it. So it is what it is. He likes his ground beef really, really chopped up. Look at that juice. And he likes it lightly seasoned. So that's what we're going to give him with these diced onions. I miss spaghetti. When I think about it, y'all, I do. I miss spaghetti. But I do have those zero pastas that I could use if I ever want, you know, to treat myself to a spaghetti meal, but it's not going to be the same. I'd rather use cauliflower. So, this is almost done. I just want to make sure that there's no pink in there. And then we'll be able, then we'll be ready to make the switch. So in the comment section, if you feel like it, if you've got your phone with you or your device, tell me how you make spaghetti. If this spaghetti was for me, it would be, I can still do the ground beef, but it would be in bigger chunks, not so fine. I'd have like cauliflower noodles instead of spaghetti, or I might just have wheat spaghetti, or this is like in the past, or I might have the healthiest version of spaghetti noodles that I could find. Okay. And then I would have the organic Bertolli spaghetti sauce, and I would also have the onions and the green peppers in there. And I would say that the seasonings would still be the same. I just wouldn't have a lot of garlic in it, but I would have a lot of pepper. I'd have the smoked paprika, and I would probably wouldn't have as much of that steak seasoning, because it's really not steak seasoning. It's a combination, you know, because I don't like the smell of garlic. So, and it would just be a lot of, you know, but I do love this Michelangelo's, if you can find it. Walmart used to sell it for like $3.98 a jar. But you know what? Let me remind you guys, when you go to Walmart, make sure that whatever it says that it is on the shelf, that when you go and ring it up, the same price comes up, because Walmart has been price gouging people like crazy. I mean, just like scamming them, I guess is the better word to say, where the ticket will say $3.99, but then it'll ring up $4.99 or $5.99. So I know when we're in that self checkout, we're just like, you know, we're just scanning and going, you know. But I try to remember when I go to make sure that what I scanned is what I expect the price to be. And there's been a couple of times where I've caught it and I'm like, this is not the right price. And then they have to come and they fix it. But most of the time when we go to Walmart, guys, we're just trying to get out of there. You know what? We got what we want and we're ready to go. And we don't have time to price check everything, you know, but it is worth it. It can save you $10. You know, because that stuff adds up, you know, and it's just crazy out here. It's getting to the point where it's almost not sustainable. So I want to encourage you all, when you go to stores, even if it's not Walmart, any store that you go to, please, please, please make sure, even with DoorDash, I DoorDash frequently for groceries, right? And especially when it's hot outside and I don't want to go out there, and they'll give me my final receipt, right? And it will be like $3 to $5 more expensive than it originally was, because they snuck some price in. So you know what I do? I complain and I tell them, look, this isn't right. This isn't this. And then they give me my money back. They just say, we're sorry. They know that they're wrong and they just go and they fix it. So every time I get my final receipt for my groceries, you know, I make sure that I look and see that it is what it's supposed to be. And they have raised their fees, and they've changed it where it used to be $35 and there would be no service fee. Now it's $50, no service fee. So everybody is doing everything that they can with prices. And it's not that I blame them, because I know that times have changed, and with the current administration and all of the things that are going on, that it's going to hit us. There's just no way around it. It's going to hit us. But what I don't like is the dishonesty part. If you're going to raise the price and let that be it. But don't wait until after the final charge and then throw something else in. But I have noticed that they have this new thing where if what you ordered isn't available at the store you ordered it from, they will go to another store and get it for you if the other store has it. And if the price is higher at the other store, it's okay. You only get to pay what you paid at the store that was lower priced. I love that. I don't know who eats up the bill, but I like that. All right, so we're going to get this switched. Hold on. Okay, so now we are going to use this pot. This pot is it was a certain type of pot that was for a certain type of cooking, and it broke. So we just use it as a large pot. So the reason why the pot has changed is because, and this is an old pot, and it's old. It's got, I don't know, stains on it, but it is clean. I assure you of that. But it's not very attractive, but it is just one of those old pots. And what we're going to do is we are not going to strain this meat because the juices are from the avocado oil. So we don't want to do that. Now, if I did not have the avocado oil that I put in there for flavoring, then yeah, we would strain it. Okay, so we put that in there. And then we're going to go and I'm going to grab these noodles. All right. And you could say, just drop it in there, but I'm not. You want to know why I'm not going to just drop it in there? Why I'm using my hand? Because I want to have the perfect balance of noodles and meat. And I want everything to be mixed in there together evenly. If I just dump all the noodles in and then just dump all the meat in and then just dump all the spaghetti sauce in and just let it cook, you know what I mean? And then just stir. It's just, I'd rather do it this way because I can make sure that I have the right amount of meat. I want this. Okay, look, that's way too many noodles. So usually for a 1 pack of market side, 1.5 packs of meat and a 1/2 pack of noodles is what works well for my husband. But me, I rather have more noodles than meat because I'm a carb baby. You know, I don't want a whole bunch of meat and sauce. I want some noodles. I love noodles. So, yeah. But at the same time, I like that it's balanced out and it's properly mixed together. So, this is just me. Now, if this was mine, there would be a ton more onions and green peppers. Trust me, it would be more. But this is how he likes it. So I'm making it to his. And also, the other thing too is he likes excessive amounts of sauce. So that is why we're using this big pot. Because you see, look at all of that. Look at all of those cans. You know, that's just him. I can't figure it out. It doesn't make a bit of sense to me, but that is what it's like. That's what he is like. So we need room. And the pot that we use to cook the noodles in is just your standard pot. All right, so let me see. I'm going to look through this camera. And yeah, this looks even to me. Does it look even to you? Can you tell? All right. Now, I need to taste this before we put the sauce on. Okay, I need to find out. It needs a little more sauce. I mean, not sauce. It needs more seasoning. And hold on a second, y'all. I would personally put my cheddar cheese seasoning on it, but we're going to put this on here because this is going to make it a little more salty. All right, because I know what he likes. You know, I know what he likes, and this is one of them things where I could make it as if I were making it for myself and he would be happy. But I like the peppers. I like a lot of peppers. I like it to have that kick to it. And he can't deal with it. It's too spicy for him. He would rather have garlic. Yeah, that was it. That was it. So you guys know that I am doing keto, so I would not normally, I have to taste my food sometimes. Sometimes I don't, because I know I've made it a million times. But something like this, where the seasoning has to be adjusted so much, I have to eat a noodle. And that noodle is not going to knock me out of ketosis. It's not even a gram. Some people like long spaghetti noodles that they can twirl on their fork. Not my husband. He likes his noodles really like this. Chopped up. That's how he likes it, y'all. All right, so we're going to take another little tiny bit of ground beef. Yeah, it's perfect. Yep. And that's why I like tasting things sometimes, just to make sure. I taste the avocado oil. I taste the, what do you call it? I taste the, that Italian steak seasoning. I just needed to add a little bit more. So there we go. That he will like. So look at all this spaghetti that we have that's going to go to waste. Because I should have, you know, broken it up, broke it in half, put it in a container, right? And then that would have been, then I could have saved it for another time. But, y'all, I can feed these to the birds. The birds outside. I will give it to them. So that's usually what I do with my extras anyway. French fries, spaghetti noodle, whatever, bread, I always give to the birds. So I always share my food with the birds. So I don't mind having the extra. So to me, like, you could say this will go to waste, but honestly, it won't go to waste. It really won't. Either I cooked it, either I had not cooked it and broke it in half, stored it for later, or I would just cook it and then give it to the birds. Personally, I'd rather cook it all and then give it to the birds. Honestly, that's what I would rather do. So this, I'm going to add just a little bit more noodle. Just a little bit more. Because here's the deal. If I have too much noodles in here, what will happen is he'll eat all of the meat, and you'll look in the fridge and there'll be a container, right, with just noodles and sauce, and he won't eat it. He is 100% meat carnivore. I mean, me, I would still eat it. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more in, just a little bit. And it's cooking too. The little burner is on. All right, so now the first one that we're going to put in is Michelangelo's. And you're going to say, like, well, why you put Michelangelo's in first? Because this is the sauce, the very first bit of sauce that's going to go in is going to be the sauce that's going to, what do you call it, melt into, you know, evaporate, or whatever the word is. It's going to get into the meat and the noodles. So that's the one that has to go on first. So hold on. All right. So I'm going to dump that in because this one we know we like. All right. And stir. That's what it's all about, guys, really. It's just making sure that your seasonings are well balanced so that every bite is flavorful and every bite is pleasing. This is my old granny pot, y'all. Now, when everything is done, the top layer is going to be filled with oregano and thyme and parsley because it's all combined together. All right, so now the next one we're going to put in is this right here. And I'm going to taste this and let you know what it tastes like. All right, y'all. So this thing has been cooking for a while. As you can see, it's nice and cheesy because we got the provolone mixed in there. And this thing is just looking better and looking better. But the question is, what is it going to taste like? Y'all, let me tell you something. Oh, my God. Let me tell you. There is a reason for GMO. There is a reason for additives. And there is a reason for preservatives. And it's like manna from heaven just didn't cut it. Oh my gosh. So it's like, I get it. But in heaven, everything is tasty in the way that it should be, and it's not going to be bad for you. All right, so I got to taste this again, and let y'all know. I still don't like it. And I don't like this color that I see. You see this color? Like the grease is glowing or something. That I don't like that. I've never seen that before. I don't like that spaghetti sauce. It looks good. It really does. But my favorite brand, Bertolli, that is on the way. It's not organic. It's got added sugars and preservatives and all kind of other poisons in it. So I'm just going to let this boy cook. And we're going to add in a little bit more bacon bits. Just a little. And these are the ones that I prefer. And then I have another one that I use that's smoked, hardwood smoked. But we're going to put some more bacon bits in there. Not a lot, just a little. The smoked ones would be better, actually. But we got DoorDashes on the way, so that we can top this off with the provolone. I mean, the mozzarella. But so far, this is what we're dealing with. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. All I'm going to do is just top it with mozzarella. You'll see that in the screenshot. Not the screenshot, thumbnail. But for now, I am ready to put this camera down. But it looks good. It looks good. It really does. But you know what? I can't put the camera down. You know why? Because we need to add in the Bertolli. So this video cannot be over with yet. So I'm going to keep on stirring, making sure everything is mixed in there really good. And I mean, it looks good. Trust me, it does look good. It's just that I do not like that tomato sauce, that stuff. I'm going to give it away. Let me just one more time. You know how if you keep eating it and you keep tasting it, it'll get better. It's just something's wrong, y'all. Something is wrong with it's that same. Okay, you guys remember when I had the video where I had the cheesesteak sub in the wrap, and I said the one that had ketchup on was nasty. The one that had the steak sauce was thumbs up. Another video prior to that, I had made burgers. I made something. I can't remember what it was. And we had a version where we had the wing sauce, the wing sauce, and then we had ketchup. The ketchup is just, I don't like the ketchup because it's no sugar added. And yeah, it's healthier, it's cleaner. I think it's even organic, right? But it's going to take me time to get used to that ketchup. You know, I can put it on a burger and I can just go ahead and eat it, because that's part of what this new lifestyle is. Getting a mindset where it may not be what you're used to, okay, but it is better for you. And where have you gotten? What has it gotten you eating it with the poison in it? It's gotten you with bad blood work. It's got you huffing and puffing, going up and down stairs, and all the things that contributed. So, you know, I gotta take this in, you know, but I'm telling you, I've got to do something about this flavor. And like I said, y'all, he may like it just as it is. He may like it. I don't like it. I don't like any type of spaghetti sauce or ketchup that is no sugar added. I've learned. I see. And I can sit here and flavor this thing and put some more seasoning in it all I want. It's not going to take away from the fact that this is no sugar added spaghetti sauce. And there's 2 cans in here. 2 cans of the bad spaghetti sauce. I'm trying to figure out what I can tell you that it tastes like. It tastes... I can't put it into words. It tastes like flat, dead, dull spaghetti sauce with no fling, no bling, and no zing. Seriously. So, oh my gosh, this is frustrating. All right, so the groceries are on the way. I'm going to go do some other things that I need to do. I'm going to catch up with you in just like that. All right, y'all, while we wait for my food to come, this is what I'm having. This is cheddar cheese, cheddar cheese with my mix of mozzarella that I had. I didn't want to put the cheddar cheese in his spaghetti, so that's why I had to order more mozzarella. But this is mozzarella and cheddar mixed together, one of my concoctions, and bacon bits and avocado oil. So this is going to be like a omelet type thing. I hate that sound, but I don't like plastic spatulas because they melt and they get messy and their plastic comes off, but this makes a horrible sound on that, but I'll just deal with it. So I'm going to put that in the plate and I'm going to top that off with, we're going to need to get us some more avocado mash. So that will be some healthy fats. I did order some organic celery and I hope that it is good because the last 2 times I had organic celery, I got rotten bags, which is fine because I got credit, but I'm just saying, come on, y'all. So this is what I had it mixed in. This is supposed to be just shredded, but this is not Violife. This is Sargento shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese. And if you can see, there's some mozzarella mixed in there. I don't like the bag that Sargento uses. Theirs is supposed to be healthier, minimally processed, as opposed to other processed cheese. Okay, gotcha. But they put it in a PFAS plastic, that cheap plastic. Whereas Violife, the vegan cheese... Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to go, y'all, because that was DoorDash calling. And so anyway, so I put it in this here. The reason I don't do Violife is because it's too high in carbs for the cheese, and I like a lot of cheese. So I stopped using this, but I saved the bag and I put my Sargento in here because this is the bag that has less of the evils when it comes to the plastic. So that's why I did that. So again, I'm all about concoctions. So in here it's going to be mozzarella and cheddar shredded from Sargento mixed together, and I'm running low as you can see, which is fine because we just made a DoorDash order. So I'm going to let this cook, and then, oh, you know what? I forgot to get my scallions. Hold on. All right, so I did want to show you this. Look at that. This is a concoction that I made. Speaking of concoctions, this is the Jello, and so that I don't put too much, I have a little hole, and what I do is I sprinkle that into my Chobani. Now, I do not eat this every day. I don't even eat this every week. This is just what you call a treat because I like to keep it low when it comes to dairy. I like to let my dairy just be the cheeses, and that's it. But once in a while, I'll eat half of this or just a few tablespoons, you know. Like, I don't need much. But the strawberry and the lemon lime. Key lime pie. It is so good. It is so good. And so it's been a while since I had these. So I'm sorry, my voice is messed up today. It's just part of what I go through with my muscular therapy, something like that. That's what happens to your, when you have permanent damage to your thyroid, to your vocal cords. So this is what I deal with it. I'm sorry, y'all. But this is so good. So let's get back to those eggs. Okay, so here are our scallions. And we're going to just sprinkle a few on top of there. Oh yeah, this is ready for me to flip over. All right, but I can't do it one-handed, so I'll be right back. I just had to share this with you. My double dash, and you know, you can triple and quadruple dash if you want. I love that. But anyway, I just double dashed, and I got this. This is my favorite salad of all, lettuce of all time. I highly recommend it. It's called Little Leaf Farms. It's sweet baby butter leaf. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got a glare. Okay, it's Little Leaf Farms sweet baby butter leaf. No need to wash. Greenhouse grown, non-GMO, and the flavor is phenomenal. And the best thing about it is the guy got me one that has nothing rotting in it. Look at that. This is, who trips over food like that? I told you I have a homegrown belly mindset. All right, but look at that. I love this lettuce. And I know it's not organic. I don't care. But I just had to show you that I finally got, I don't like to buy lettuce in the summer, for obvious reasons, but I really am impressed to see this. Now I'm going to search through it when it's time to open it, and see if I see anything that's on there that, you know what I mean, that's like in the middle or something like that. But I just had to show y'all. This tastes so much better than romaine. It tastes so much better than iceberg. It's just, I'm just doing it the best I can by showing you. I have never had lettuce taste like this before. And I've been eating this now for about 8 months. All right, look, see there, right there. There's a brown spot right there. So you know what that means? That means I have to open this up right now, because I don't want any cross-contamination. All right, so I got to be very careful. Where is that piece that we saw? Oh, good. It's all the way at the very bottom. And it's not, this is probably, but you know what I mean? It's not perfect. But I love this lettuce. So now that I opened it, we're going to inspect it together. And it smells like it came fresh out of a farm. It's got that, oh my gosh. Like, who orgasms over lettuce? Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, who gets this excited over lettuce? But this is the kind of lettuce that I just eat without anything on it. I just eat it. But we're just going to look. This is orgasmic. I had a friend who used to say that all the time. Oh my God, this is so orgasmic. Oh, we were young. We were kids. But she would say it over food. You know? So I'm looking. And this lettuce looks so good. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And the life on this is good too. This will last you about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, if you keep it in the back of the refrigerator. So this is good. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. It's been like 2 weeks since I've had some of this stuff. I mean, it tells you on the back how long. Pesticide-free, GMO-free, greenhouse grown using sunlight and recycled rainwater, harvested and delivered. And they're from Pennsylvania, which is great because Pennsylvania is not far from here. But they're somewhere. Enjoy by, what is that? Keep in the refrigerator. Somewhere on here, I might have looked it up on their website, but you get, it will last you in the refrigerator. But I'm going to put it in a container. And the type of containers that I use, hold on. Okay, so this is the type of container that I use for my lettuce, if I can get it open. But my lettuce froze. This was organic lettuce that you guys saw me eating the other night, but it got too cold and it froze. I'm gonna still eat some of it, but you don't want, come on. But these little containers, they do work, but I'm gonna have to, we might as well do it together. See how it drains the moisture? But see, I washed it. All right, so I'm gonna pick out what I want and what I don't want. And see, I don't want that. I don't want what's like wetty. But I don't want, okay, I want that. This, I don't want that. That's good. That's good. Let me put the light back on. Okay, so you can see that looks good. And that looks good. And that looks good. And that looks good. Let's see here. This looks good. All right. All right, so all of this will get dumped, and then all of that will be, this will be taken and put in here. Hopefully it will fit. If it doesn't fit, I gave the biggest container for my husband's prunes. So I'm gonna sit there, let that sit there and dry for a minute. And this I'm just gonna go ahead and eat. I'm gonna put this with my eggs. And we're gonna be good to go. All right, so there it is. This is my first meal of the day. This is my breakfast. All right, so I will be right back. All right, y'all, this video is taking longer than what I anticipated it to take. First of all, let me apologize for the blooper. I will put that in the description, no, on the title, because I was editing, and when I say editing, I mean putting all the videos together. Once again, I did it again. I pressed the pause button and it did not pause. It continued to record. So you would get a scene like this, where everything is down right there, and then up, and then everything is down right there. I apologize. But I'm telling you, I pressed that pause button because I looked at it to make sure that it said pause, and it did not pause. So now I know it's not my fault. So I do apologize. But like I said, y'all, this is real, raw. Spend the day with me. Living. Okay, so you can just fast forward. So it's going to be easy. Just fast forward. The part that you missed was the provolone cheese that I added in. You also missed me adding in the spaghetti sauce that I felt was nasty. So this has been cooking for quite some time. And the noodles are the way he likes it, nice and soft. And DoorDash came, and we have the Bertollis. And we're going to add the Bertollis in here. And I am hoping and praying. Hoping and praying. Oh, my. Oh, my mother-in-law, she used to do that. Oh, my, send the Lord. I'm trying to say it the way sing it the way she would. But I can't. I can't. Not with this frog that lives in my throat. All right. But it was like, oh my, can't do it. I can't do it. All right. So anyway, but it was, oh my, said the Lord. So we're going to put that in. All right. So that was 1 can of the Bertollis. And I want to see if I need to put in 2 cans. So let me taste this. Let me just get 1 more can. Jar. Let me put 1 more jar in. I'm scared to press the pause button, y'all. All right, hold on. All right, so let's bring that around. All right, so here is 1 more. Wait, see, now you understand why I said I have to get the big pot. I gotta get the granny pot because there's going to be a lot of sauce. Too much sauce for the average person. This is like, I don't know, soup. All right, so let's try again. All right, so here we go. I don't need the noodle. I just need, okay. Much better. Much better. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, Miss Seeley. All right, now I'm going to add, wait a minute. All right, let me get this. All right, now that we added more sauce and stuff, we need to get some more oregano. And I mean, we need to smother this in oregano. Maybe I should put some cinnamon in there. Oh, I would love to see the look on his face, but all this work would be for nothing if I put cinnamon in there. That actually happened one time. Because the cinnamon, see how this is red? And then this is red. And then this is red. So one day I literally put cinnamon in something that I wasn't supposed to, but I caught it. All right, so you better eat my spaghetti. I'm thinking about somebody, y'all. I'm sorry. You better eat my spaghetti. All right, so all right, let me taste it again. That's it. Bingo. 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 I'm going to put a little bit more of this. I'm going to tell you, without peppers, it's not working for me. Would I eat this? Of course I would. Come on now. But it does not have any crushed peppers in it. There's no kick. It just tastes like regular spaghetti. For my spaghetti, I like chunky spaghetti sauce, right? I like to see the green peppers. I like to see onions. I like to see chunks of tomato like you would see in salsa, right? And that's just me. I like chunky spaghetti sauce. I like the texture. I like the flavor and the texture, you know, combined, a good combination in my mouth at the same time. Like, okay, I wouldn't eat the hot dog roll, then the hot dog, then the chili, right? I need the combination of the textures and the flavors combined in my mouth at the same time. I don't care, call me homegrown belly mentality. That's what it is. You know, I like texture. I like crunch, you know. And I like to savor my food. I used to eat my food real fast, but I've slowed down considerably. I don't know why. It just happened. I just don't eat fast anymore. But don't get me wrong, I can. Let me see. All right, I'm going to put in here some of my onion powder. And we're going to mix that in there. This will be ready to eat tomorrow night. But we're going to try it again, and we're going to see. Oh, yeah. It's good. It's good. It's rich. It's flavorful. It tastes the way it should taste. It's salty. Not too salty, but I mean, it's got a salt to it. It's not bland. It's very flavorful. The only thing that is missing for me is big chunks of, well, not big chunks, but chunks of green peppers. More chunks of onions, more chunks of green peppers, and most of all, this right here. So if I were to eat this, I would just pour this on top of my bowl. Right on. But now to the final part, which is our Sargento mozzarella. And this little bit of mozzarella on the top is just a topping. Just a topping. And what's going to happen is it's already cheesy from the provolone. And then this will go inside of that Vile Life. And so will this, because I mix them. I might not mix it this time, though. So I'm just going to let this kind of just melt on the top. And some more of this. And where is my, okay. And this. And there's the topping. And the spaghetti is done. And it would have been done hours ago. But there it is. I am out of here. God bless you.